Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the finale of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trials and the Tribulations. We just need to answer this one question. Why the fuck is my dog barking?
I don't know.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you answer that?
Why the fuck is PK Nickden's dog
Just
barking?
one question, Mr. Wright. Can you figure out why his dog is barking?
Well, sir, if you want my honest opinion, I think he seems to hear somebody outside that just so happens to be a flightless bird or something. I don't know. He barks at the stupidest things sometimes. Anyways, who killed the victim?
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna answer in this final video.
Yep. Let's go.
Let's do it.
There are only two possible suspects right now. Maya Fey.
Take
No,
that
Maya
back.
Fey.
Take that back.
I said it right, Maya Fey.
No, I'm talking about how the judge is accusing her.
Oh. And I'm sad to say, or should I say happy to say, you, Mr. Goto.
You fucking bitch.
Oh my god! After everything you've heard, I know, like your hatred for him stems from like having a dickwad personality. But after everything you've heard, you're still gonna slander him for all that he's done.
Yes, you don't kill someone to save someone. There's other things to do, like go to the police. You dumb fuck.
Even through the
Look, I mean, I can understand where he's coming from. I too would probably want to kill someone to protect someone.
Well,
But then
no, okay.
you're
For the record, I definitely want to say this. I'm pretty sure his true intent. He didn't want anybody to die. He just wanted to make sure nobody killed Maya.
Yeah, his intentions were pure, but it was his motive for the killing. It was his motive for the murder.
Regardless, we now have to prove it. So let's go. And he takes another coffee.
Yep.
Well, Trite, if you're the real deal, then finish this thing once and for all.
I would like us for the finish.
Show us beyond a shadow of a doubt that you could finish this on your own.
No, Nick. Please don't.
Maya.
I heard the whole thing from my sister in the medical office. That's why I have to protect Mr. Godot.
Shut up, Maya. I swear to God.
I can't do it. I can't testify against him. After all, he's the man who put his life on the line to protect Mia. And me too.
Okay, first of all, you just said that out loud in front of
Maya,
everybody.
I know that.
Well, that's we still have to prove it, Scooter. Nick.
But even so, doesn't absolve him from his crime.
That is the sad reality. How, after all the things he did to make sure Maya Fey is safe, he's still going to be convicted for murder. That's if we could prove it.
Yeah, that won't be hard to do.
Please, Maya, testify.
Miss Fey, your testimony, please.
This is the final testimony. Don't bother trying to hide anything, because I'll know. I want to hear the truth from your own lips.
I understand. Sure, I'm right. I'm ready now, Nick.
All right, young lady. Tell us about the moments before you lost consciousness. This is your last goddamn chance. What exactly happened at the time of the murder?
The time of the
And the
murder.
very last testimony of this game.
Just before it happened, I think I saw some red lights. 3 of them. I thought I housed for health, but just when I was splattered with blood, she wasn't dead though. She struck back at the enemy behind her. Suddenly the red lights went out and the whole area was dark. Just that moment, there was a horrible scream. Right after that, Dahlia collapsed and I lost consciousness.
These red lights. I thought you said you don't remember seeing them.
Well, she just admitted to it.
Oh, you just now decided to think of that, huh?
I'm sorry. I thought I saw them, but they disappeared all of a sudden.
Ha! Things break, Trite. Even the best of theories.
Hmm.
Who was it that stabbed Misty Faye? It looks like you still can't prove it.
Maya's telling the truth this time, I know it. The rest is up to me.
Well then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your final cross-examination of the witness.
All
Let's
right,
go to the
well,
fifth statement.
Yeah.
Let's go to the fifth
because,
statement.
Yeah, because that scream,
1,
like,
2,
hello?
3, 4, 5.
5 right here. Press it.
What do you mean by just at that moment? You mean the moment when the red lights went out?
Yes, that's right.
The scream that you heard then. Was it Dahlia Hawthorne?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it was the man's voice.
Oh, what?
Oh, give me a god fucking break! Oh, give me a big fat break!
Break!
Scooter?
Scooter.
Oh, so then, that scream came from the killer?
It's got to be it.
I think Dahlia Hawthorne must have taken the blade and attacked the killer with it.
And then the killer let out a scream of pain, huh?
After that, the killer stole the blade back and delivered the final blow, I guess.
I think he got Maya. I
Well,
think he got
Mr.
it
Wright.
swapped. Maya. I think you swapped it around for a bit.
It seems to make sense to me.
Sounds like a reasonable deduction, but I kind of wonder.
There's a
There's a
contradiction.
contradiction. I'm sorry to say this.
Fuck it,
Oh, come
we can
on.
deal with it.
All right, whatever.
Yeah. That interpretation would create a enormous contradiction.
A humongous, enormous contradiction. Got it.
Wow, that must be really big. That makes sense.
Oh my god,
After
Judge.
all, my deductions are almost certainly never correct.
Remember
I
the
got that
testimony
right.
she gave, before the killer let out a scream. They said she already been splattered by the victim's blood. In other words, the blade in the staff had already been purged into the victim.
Can't resist.
Yeah, all right, fair.
Yeah, don't blame you.
Ah! Is that right?
She couldn't have been struck back with a sword that was already stuck in her body. The weapon that caused the killer to let out a scream must have been something other than a staff.
Perfect. If you're so sure about that, then don't keep us waiting any longer. Troy.
Are you fucking serious?
Come on! There's only one thing I could think of, and that could have been used as a murder.
If Dahlia Hawthorne had already been stabbed in the back by the staff, what could she have used to strike back at the killer? The only thing covered
Well,
in
it's
blood.
This dagger.
the only, and not to mention Dahlia also mentioned that she used the dagger as well.
Yeah.
Actually,
Try
the
it now.
dagger the killer brought into the scene of the crime.
Thank you.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
The dagger was found at the crime scene, stuck in a pine tree.
Yes, the detective found that this morning and
Man, it's been a while since I've talked, am I right, guys? Now I'm stuck in a box.
Shut up, Gumshoe.
Dahlia Hawthorne struck back.
fuck up!
Dahlia Hawthorne struck back
was
at the killer with this. And she managed to wound him as well.
Just because he let out a scream doesn't mean he was wounded. For all we know, the blood on the dagger could have been from the victim. But the judge said it wasn't from the victim.
Have you forgotten what that blood has already been tested? Since we learned it wasn't from the victim's blood, it must have been the killer's blood. killer must have had a wound somewhere on his body.
So you're saying the blood on this dagger belongs to the killer?
Exactly. DNA analysis of the blood would prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt. And yes, Mr. Goto, it would prove it was your blood.
Nice theory, Trey.
He said theory! We gotta start talking!
Order! Order in the court!
I was reacting to the crowd.
Is this the end? Have I done it? Even he wouldn't be able to change the results of the scientific test.
Ha! Let me ask you something, Trey. Let's just say it turned out that I was the killer.
Huh?
Do you really think I would be stupid enough to leave evidence like that?
What?
Just think for a second. This dagger was found this morning by a detective and brought it to me. There was already blood on it, correct? But even so, I was the one who brought this dagger here to the courtroom.
Yes, what does that prove?
Well, if I really were the killer, I could have washed the blade off and then planted another person's blood on it.
That can't be! It can't be!
In any case, there's one thing I can guarantee, Trite. The blood. It doesn't belong to me. Not a chance.
What?
In any event, it seems to be established that the killer was wounded. Alright then, witness, continue your testimony.
Wait a minute!
What's the problem now?
I know I probably shouldn't say this, but...
There's copyright
Okay.
music playing.
There's a big
Oh,
contradiction in Nick's explanation.
Maya!
This dagger, you said that it wounded the killer?
That's right.
But, Mr. Goto had really been cut with the dagger. His clothes should be bloody or have a rip in them, right?
He wouldn't be wearing that, you dumbass.
Maya? Maybe he just changed his clothes. That solved the contradiction pretty easily.
What are you talking about? It's not that simple. Remember back to the day of the murder. Everyone that was on the inner temple side got trapped there.
Oh,
Peter.
that's right. And once the bridge was fixed and the police headed for the inner temple, Mr.
Mr. Goto was already there waiting for them. He never had a chance to change his clothes.
Goddamn.
Sorry, I want to do it too.
Order in the court.
Objection. Oh, never mind. That was Phoenix.
Maybe he
Objection!
brought a change of clothes with him.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Objection!
That. But no one could have predicted the lightning strike that shut down the bridge. Why would anyone have brought a change of clothes?
Did the judge take smart pills during the class recess?
I
If only-
mean, probably.
If only he could have used those smart pills at the beginning of this whole trilogy.
If only we could have used...
Okay, leave me alone, you
Well, then-
fuckers.
Well, then maybe the killer took off his clothes before he committed
Okay,
the murder.
come on, Phoenix, you're stretching really far for this one.
The way he wouldn't get any blood.
Objection. That's impossible, Trey. You know how cold it gets up there late at night?
Eh,
After a few minutes with no clothes on, you'd be frozen solid.
I mean, hell, you fell into a frozen river.
Not frozen, but...
Well, but it was basically frozen water. Just go with it.
So that's all you've got? I knew you weren't tough enough to finish this.
ugh.
Right now, if Mia Fey were here...
Huh?
If Mia Fey were here, she would have closed the book on this case already.
Mia Fey were here.
So come on, Trite, can you do it or not?
Hmm.
How about it, Mr. Wright? You've accused Mr. Goto of being the killer. But can you prove it? Have you got even one piece of evidence?
The question isn't whether I can prove it or not. The fact that I have to prove it. That's the only choice I have. I was taught that if it's one of the rules of being a lawyer. I can prove it. I'm going to bring your magnificent vengeance to a fruition, just as you want it!
Ha! That's good. A fighter till the bitter end, Trite. Since there's just one piece of evidence that can prove your point, why don't we go for the unlimited penalty? Yikes.
Nick!
There's no point!
Fine.
Are you trying to pressure me,
We know what
Goto?
to give you to
Mr.
present,
Goto?
don't worry.
Because it doesn't matter to me. I got one piece of evidence I need.
Give me a break. You've got nothing, Trite.
So what do I do every time I do it? It's simple. I gotta think outside the box and approach this from a different angle.
Alright then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you've got.
There's one thing I demonstrated in the previous cross-examination. The killer was wounded. That was proven by the blood of the dagger.
But we decided it was impossible for him to have hidden such a wound. If he had been cut by a dagger, there should have been a bloodstain on his clothing.
There's one place. One place the killer could have hidden his wound.
What did you say?
Hidden?
This is it. My last stand. I need to think about this from a different angle. I don't need to think about why there was no bloodstains on his clothing.
You need to show everyone the wound.
I need to show how he hid the wound.
It's the end of the line. The final stop, Trite. Let's hear what you've got. Where's the location where you say the killer hid his wound? Isn't Goto's fault.
Well, what do you think, Nicholas? It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I know where it is. Scooter, do you know where it is?
It's pretty obvious.
Wait a minute, he said he was in a coma, and he eventually just wakes
That
up.
has
That has nothing to do with this. There's nothing
I'm
to do
trying to go back to how he looked, you dumb fucks.
Forget about how he looked. That doesn't matter. What matters is how he hid it. How is he hiding this wound? If he really got injured by the dagger, where would he have to hide it? If there's no blood, how could he have hidden that wound? It's right in front of you, Scooter. Right in front of you.
I don't fucking know.
It's behind his mask.
Shut up. Present it now.
Just present it. Also, I'm gonna save you the trouble. The copyrighted music's gonna play, but it's not gonna last too long. Ha!
Fine.
I don't know what you're talking about. And frankly, I don't need to know. What I do know is that you'll never be half the lawyer she was. Isn't that right, Trite?
What?
What was that just now? Mia? It can't be. You're living on through him? Told you.
Even as we speak, you're still hiding the wound. It's beneath your mask! Ugh. During the fight, the red lights given off by the killer suddenly disappeared. Seconds later, the killer let out a scream. That's right, your mask went flying off your face. Mr. Goto, would you mind removing your mask? If you have the dagger wound under there, somewhere, then I'll say this whole case is solved!
See, I was trying to think back when he didn't have that mask. See, that's what I was trying to recap. So I was trying to recap about how he looked. He didn't have the mask on back during the time when Mia was
Scooter.
Right.
That
no,
does.
no, let him go on. Let him go on.
Fine.
Yeah, I know. Nick then just assumes way too much when I'm trying to explain
Yeah.
case by case.
I like how he casually just like
Gets
yeah,
another
that didn't happen.
coffee.
I'll stop drinking.
Just now, I saw her spirit in you.
Huh?
I never liked you. 6 years ago, you helped the woman who put me to sleep by hiding her bottle of poison. And then, while I was sleeping, you let Mia die. But you didn't care. You just kept living your pathetic, happy-go-lucky life.
He did care.
You
He was
even-
on the case.
You even had the nerve to follow in her footsteps as a lawyer. I could never forgive you. That's what I thought.
That's what you thought, Mr. Godot.
But I was wrong about you. I knew it from the very beginning. The truth is, the only person I could never find it in my heart to forgive
Was himself.
was me.
You? Yourself?
I was the one who failed to protect Mia. Me and no one else. I tried to avert my eyes from the truth, to escape from harshness of reality. I just couldn't face Mia's death head on, so I ran.
Okay, so this
I hid behind a
PTSD
mask.
flashbacks.
I threw away my true name. I couldn't even deal with being a defense attorney anymore, so I quit.
But you say Maya.
Yeah, that was my plan. Up until just now, anyway.
What do you mean?
Are you listening, Maya? If I had really wanted to save you, then there's one person that I should have gone and talked to right away.
Who would that be? Are you talking about Nick?
But I didn't do it. I tried to get the help of Iris and your mother, but I closed my eyes to the most important man involved. Do you know why? The real reason?
No. Why?
I suppose I wasn't really interested in saving you after all.
Huh?
I think I was just trying to salvage what's left of my own broken soul. I was trying to make up for the fact that I couldn't save Mia, nothing more. That's why I let you walk right into a situation I knew was dangerous. Forgive me.
You're wrong. You put your life on the line to save Maya.
And now you're convicted. Now you're a convicted killer.
Was it really for Maya's sake? Even I'm not really sure.
What do you mean by that?
That night, in the darkness of the garden, when I saw her silhouette,
Whoa.
part of me must have known the truth. The truth that it wasn't really Dahlia Hawthorne standing there in front of me. It could have been Misty Faye, or even that little girl. But still, I picked up the blade. It was like I was dreaming. I'm not sure exactly what was going on in my mind at that point. Was I really motivated by the pure desire to protect Maya Faye? Or was it something else?
I think you wanted to kill Dahlia.
Was it my hatred for a woman who's stolen everything from me 6 years ago? Could it have been simply a desire for revenge? And now, I don't know anything anymore. I did learn something today, however. I finally realized that I was the arrogant one. I was just chasing an illusion, a fantasy. A stupid fantasy of defeating you in the courtroom. You were the one who made me realize my folly. You never ran away from Mia's death. Instead, you picked up where she left off, as a true defender of the people. In that one moment, I understood everything.
Mr. Godot.
No. I think you already know this, but if you don't, my name is Diego Armando.
Mr. Armando. I believe in you. I know you were trying to save me.
Thanks.
Your wound. It's bleeding.
Did you forget already? In my world, the color red doesn't exist.
Huh?
These must be my tears.
Tears?
Ever since I woke up from my coma, I think I've been waiting for this very moment.
Mr. Armando.
You do well to remember this, Maya. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
Can we just end this case already?
We're nearly
No.
there, Scooter.
This time, it really is all over, isn't it? Defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, you're back. Although you were directly involved in the murder, tampering with the body in the crime scene is a serious offense in itself.
I understand, Your Honor. Mr. Armando explained that to me very carefully. I knew the risk that I was willing for. I willingly cooperated anyway.
Indeed. Very well. Before I hand down my verdict, is there anything you'd like to say?
Well, there is one thing to say to something to Mr. Wright. Huh? I want to apologize to you. Apologize to me? For what? For the case 5 years ago.
Breathing kind of heavily there, aren't you, Nickton?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say anything.
That always it always happens. Plus, I mean, like that's. Yeah,
I thought I just let him know. Just in case.
I know, but I always end up breathing loudly through my nose.
Scooter's line of dialogue there.
Oh, weren't you poisoned by your own lover?
Not exactly, but yeah, something like that. Even so, 5 years later, I can hardly believe it. She was going to do it. She was planning to kill me. It's not all that surprising.
Really?
The two of you hardly knew each other. Huh? What do you mean? You and my sister, you only met twice.
Excuse me?
Huh?
Huh?
We only met twice? First time you met was on that fateful day. The day she poisoned Mr. Armando in the cafeteria of this very courtroom. The next time you met was 8 months later. You met her again on the day that she stole your cold medicine. And Doug Swall was killed. No way! It can't be true. I mean, during our whole relationship, we were... For those 8 months, the woman that you fought was Dahlia Hoffman. Wasn't actually my sister. Huh? It wasn't Dahlia?
Oh, I get it.
I hope one day you can forgive me.
Oh.
Wait, she dated him?
Yes.
For
The only
8
two
months.
fucking times that Phoenix and Dahlia ever met was in the courtroom, and when Well, the
She
courtroom
was trying to kill
library, and then when she tried to kill him. Iris was the one pretending to be his girlfriend. That entire time, in between that
Entire
time
8
period.
months.
So Iris, here's a better question for you.
Judge Scooter, don't you dare! I didn't even hear that because I was screaming that loudly.
No, I said, did you truly love him? What the fuck do you think I was gonna say?
Something dirty.
I think she already
Look.
admit that.
Look. You can't always assume. You know.
Just protecting
That's
yourself.
right. I lied to you for 8 months.
But why? Why would you do such a thing?
Ever since she gave you that bottle that day, my sister was trying to get it back as soon as she possibly could, because of the police investigation and their surveillance. She couldn't move about freely, so that's why you, my sister, from the beginning, she was prepared for the worst. Prepared for the worst. She thought that you might have somehow discovered the truth. That's why she was always ready to deal with you at a moment's notice. I mean, she was ready to kill me, don't you? She already had so much to answer for. I didn't want any more sins on her soul. I begged her not to do it, and she agreed to give me a chance. That's why you came to me. You came to get the bottle pendant back from me in her place. But I couldn't get you to give it back. I failed at something even as simple as that. 8 months passed and I still couldn't get it back from you. Finally, my sister couldn't wait any longer. She didn't consult me about her plans for you that day. It was the first time that ever happened. That was a bit strange, wasn't it? Up until that day, you two were partners in crime, and she would confer with you. I think she must have noticed. Noticed what? My feelings for you. If I found out she was planning to kill you, I would have done whatever was necessary to stop her. Ever since, even if it meant her life or mine. Iris! After spending those 8 months by your side, my feelings towards you, they changed. I have something to say to you, too. Yes? You really are the person I always thought you were. Even after Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty. I still believed in you. Thank you.
Oh my god.
How many cups of darkness have I drank over the years? Even I don't know.
I'll find out after
though.
this video.
I'll tell you though. Right now, this one here is the greatest cup I think I've ever had. Don't you think so, Phoenix Wright?
Oh, are you serious?
Yep.
Yeah, I think you're right.
The purpose of this
It's a
trial
shit,
was to rule on the murder of victim Elise Dunham. At some point, I expect you will be tried for your role as an accomplice in this case.
I understand, Your Honor.
Very well. On the charge of murder, I hereby find the defendant
Not
Not
guilty.
Guilty.
Court is now adjourned. Now get out of
like
here,
there's
you
no
bastard.
Where's the
no confetti
where's the
for that.
confetti?
And the case is done.
Oh, shoot.
Check the recording.
The way everything ended was...
Yeah, it's still
justice.
It's
Really
still going.
showed.
It's still
I was
going.
hoping you play along and go, oh, it stopped. Oh,
Nice
wow.
try, Scooter. Even I wanted to
I
do
would have
that.
ran out of the room.
I would have hit my head.
Would have ran.
It's comedy. Come on, man.
Nice
the
try,
man who risked
Scooter.
his life to save Maya is being sent to prison by my own hand.
Of course. justice was served.
Oh, hello.
Mia!
I'm proud of you, Phoenix. Your defense was truly brilliant.
I couldn't save Mr. Armando,
Who cares about that fuck?
the man who cared so deeply for
Oh,
you.
come on!
Even after everything, he still hates him. You're wrong, Phoenix. You did save Diego. You saved him in the only way possible.
You mean with that verdict?
I think one day you'll understand, too.
There's like one thing I can agree on him with. And that's the fact that he openly admits that he finally failed to do what he sought out to do, instead of blaming on someone else. That's why it gave me a horrible flashback. A horrible flashback.
Phoenix, I want you to remember one thing. You were as good out there today as any defense attorney could ever hope to be. There's nothing more you can learn from me.
Mia!
You've accomplished something I wasn't able to do. I owe you a great deal. Thank you.
Mia.
I'm sure we'll meet again, someday, Phoenix.
I've handled a lot of cases and seen a lot of things, better or worse. And along this journey, I found myself asking just one question. What does it really mean to defend someone? I suppose today's case produced one possible answer.
Nick?
Oh, you're still here.
Of course she's still here! I guess it's just like my sis said.
Mia, what did she say?
That night when I channeled Mia to get her advice on what to do, this is what she wrote back in my notebook. Don't worry, Phoenix will save everyone in the end.
But
Come on, cut it out with that gloomy face. Can't you see? Me, sis, and I'm sure Iris too. We owe you for everything you've done for us, Nick.
Maya, how can you be so bright and chipper after all that's happened? You were brutally attacked. You even saw your own mother murdered.
I can.
Oh,
wow.
God damn it!
Yay!
Francisca!
Finally, something I can relate to.
Oh my god.
Still as softy as always, Phoenix, right?
Excellent work, Wright.
Oh, you're here.
Huh, Mr. Edwards, when did you get back?
Oh, that's right. Guess no one filled her in on that. Edgeworth and Francisca has been actually been helping you.
Helping you?
If these two hadn't been there on the first day of the trial, the defense wouldn't have gone anywhere.
Wow. But where were you, Nick?
I heard he fell into a river and caught a nasty cold, which forced him to sleep all day. What a lazy bum.
Yes, he lay in bed shivering from his fever with Iris's hood pulled over his head. Oh. Ouch. Talk about embarrassing, Nick. You definitely need more training. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. And you too. Bitch.
Is that
I
Gumshoe?
don't suppose.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's Larry.
No. Get out of here, Larry.
There's room for me in this group hug, is there?
Get out of here,
Oh,
Larry.
Larry.
What's with the longer than usual face?
I realized something when I was reborn. I realized that Larry was never of any use to anyone, not even once.
You got that fucking...
But that's not true, right, Nick?
What? You're asking me?
She's actually right. Well, Nick, is it true? I've got a place in this world, right?
Huh? Oh, yeah, of course.
No.
I knew it. Everyone would be better off if I were gone for good.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Those portraits you painted, they were really good. Isn't that right, Edward?
What? Me? Why are you making that face, huh, Edgy? Oh, well, yes, indeed. I certainly can't say that they lack resemblance. Do you really mean it? What about you, Francie? Did I draw you well too? Wow!
My beauty can't possibly be captured by a mere crown. Nevertheless, I recognize the effort you put into it, and that's worth.
She gave a compliment! Holy fuck!
So then, you do it like you promised? You're going to model for my next picture book, Francie. Ow!
Don't get carried away. I would never, ever do anything like that, bitch.
Well, how about that? I guess painting portraits really is the only thing I'm good at. The painting of Pearl is pretty darn good too, if you ask me. Huh? Now that you mention it, I haven't seen her around.
Pearls? Where could she have gone? Normally she would have been made a beeline for Maya.
Oh, I'll go look for her. Be right back.
That's still her.
Hey, Pearly!
Hey, pal!
Right? You seem to be uncharacteristically puzzled. I suspect you are wondering how Maya can be so cheerful despite all that has happened.
Yeah, she's hungry.
Yeah.
She's hungry.
To be honest, I can't understand it either.
Francisca. That's right. She lost her father fairly recently as well.
I think I understand how she feels. Maya is a much wiser person than she appears, and I think she realizes something. Now is exactly the time when she needs to be as strong as she can.
Well, what do you mean by now exactly the time?
Maya wasn't the only one that was badly wounded by this incident. In fact, there was someone that was hurt far more deeply than she. I believe it's for that person that Maya is trying her best not to cry.
Someone who's hurt more deeply than Maya. Edgeworth, I think I'm starting to understand too. Ow!
Then tell me, Phoenix Wright. Who is Maya Fey being strong for? Probably her mom, isn't it?
No,
Pearl.
Pearl.
Oh,
Pearl.
Pearl Fey.
The poor kid, after all, the reason she worked so hard to follow the instructions is because she loved and believed in her mother, Morgan. For the good of the Fey clan, I'm sure she believed in every last word. She thought she was doing it for Maya. That's why she was so happy. Bless you. Shows how truly devoted she is. She is to Maya.
Yeah, and she tried to get her sister killed.
But it's a cruel irony that it was her exuberance that led to this tragedy. Maya Fey's mother was killed, and Maya herself was put into the deepest peril imaginable.
And that's exactly why Maya's putting on a brave face. She's doing it for Pearl's sake. Until she can see her smile again.
Whoop! Oh, hey, so this is where you all were. Wow, looks like we've got quite the... Ouch! What was that for, sir?
Sorry about that, Scruffy, but you're late to the party. Also, my whip just seems to have a mind of its own.
What's up, Detective Gumshoe?
Oh, you know, this and that. Anyway, congrats on your win! Let's go out tonight, pal! Dinner's on me!
With what paycheck?
My salary just sorta kinda gone down by a teeny-weeny bit, but it's alright! I've made reservations at a first-class restaurant!
Oh,
No.
The food's crap!
Pretty good work, Scruffy. That whip was your reward.
Detective Gumshoe? You said first-class restaurant. You don't mean...
Trebian? Where else?
I knew it. We're doomed.
Come on, let's go, everyone. Can't keep Maggie waiting, pal. Hey, you, crybaby, you're invited. You're invited too. Oh, forget about me. Pearl and I will be at the loser's shack eating potatoes.
You know, Maya's taking an awfully long time to get back.
She's
The game
perfect.
is all
She's
here.
perfectly rationaling my potatoes.
She's still out looking for
You
pearls.
be nice to her, or else I'll tater ya.
Oh,
Put it
Maya.
in your ass
Come on.
butts.
Nick, what do I do? Pearly, I can't find her anywhere.
Huh?
I'll bet she just went back home, but that's all. Why'd you stutter? I thought so too, so I called the village, but no one has heard from her. This has never happened before. As I figured, she has been badly hurt by this incident. She feels responsible for the tragedy that has befallen you, Maya. But none of this was her fault! What should I do?
Dr. Gumshoe,
Yeah, what is it, pal?
could you guys go on ahead?
But what about you?
Maya and I will join you guys once we find pearls.
Nick?
Don't worry about us, Detective Gumshoe. We may be a little late, but we'll definitely be there. Be there. We have a lot of celebrating to do tonight, and I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Yeah, but you're the— Ah!
Very well, Phoenix Wright. Well, go on ahead.
Don't keep us waiting, right?
We will.
But where should we look? Where could Pearl have gone?
Let's go, Maya. There's only one place I can think of that pearls might have gone to.
Oh, I cannot wait to see Nathan again over at my fresh restaurant.
No. No.
I don't think so. Hasakura Temple?
For pearls, I bet this is a very important place. After all, it's where this whole incident started.
What's this? You're all back so soon?
Oh, it's
You
you.
came to taste my cranberries.
Sister Bikini?
I thought we'd be eating mashed potatoes alone again.
So she's here? Pearly is here?
She's in the training hall. Why don't you go along and see her?
Okay! Okay!
Buster, whoa!
The scroll's cleaned. Pearly's not here.
Ah! Maya! The hanging scroll!
Ah! The hanging scroll!
what is normal?
Someone cleaned it off.
Well, yeah, the case is over.
Gotta be pearls. Ah! Mystic Maya!
Pearly? Why? Why did you just leave like that?
Where's your emotions, Nick?
Maya! Mystic Maya! I swear that I never would have never troubled the two of you ever again. Because it's all my fault that Mystic Maya's mother. That's why you came here? It's the least thing I could do to pray for your happiness.
You don't have to do that, Pearly. It wasn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong.
Yes, you did.
Shut up.
Shut up, Scooter. Of course I'm sad that my mother is gone, but how do I say this? I'm still happy.
You don't have to lie just to make me feel better.
No, really, it's true. The only reason I'm still here is is thanks to everyone who was there for me.
It was Mia who saved you.
My sis, my mother, Mr. Armando, Nick, and you. If even one of you weren't there, I'm sure I wouldn't still be alive right now.
If it wasn't for your fucking mother, Pearly would have gotten you killed.
And why are you complaining about this, Scooter? Just leave it be.
Scooter,
That's why I
is
have to be
6
strong.
She's a 9-year-old.
For all the people that were there for me when I needed them. That's all I can really do.
Age don't mean nothing. in this
Mystic
factory.
Maya.
Age means a
And yeah, I'm
lot,
gonna shut
Scooter.
Scooter,
So she can
say
summon
that-
people at age 9?
Yes! Have you not seen her
Yes.
summon Mia?
Yeah. Oh, believe me, it's a lot
Then
of-
shut up!
But that's where it contradicts you saying
you know-
she's nine, not
okay.
understanding.
She's still.
I'm gonna have you stop right there. You're no better than Victor Kudo, buddy.
Victor, who?
You know who-
Exactly.
I was in this case all along.
Mr. Bikini?
Your mother, Mystic Misty, was a strong cranberry indeed. I want to tell you that what she said to me that night.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
I got it right. All right. After dishonoring the good name of Karain, I don't have the right to face my daughter. But still, Maya is always in my thoughts. It's true, she'll always be with me until the day I die. Oh, that's sweet of her.
Your cranberry was with her. That's why your mother was so strong. And even at the end, I'm sure she had no regrets.
She was protecting her child, or she doesn't have regrets.
She'll always be with me till the day I die. There's a rule or something all masters are to follow, isn't there? To never take the charm off until the day you die. That's the master's talisman. The thing that Missy kept by her heart and would never take off. It wasn't the container that was important, was it? It was the continent.
But that's...
The photo?
Mother.
It's only natural for living creatures to fight to protect their own lives. But what makes us human is what we fight for others. But for who do we fight for? How hard must you fight? That's the true measure of what a human life is worth. We defense attorneys are warriors who are constantly challenged by that question.
Aww.
Oh.
Even when the battle is over and the bonds that connect us are severed, we are always returned. Time and time
Scooter
again.
has no reaction to the picture.
Mia, Maya, Pearls, Mr. Armando.
Scooter?
Don't worry, I'm here.
Look,
And no, I think
I
it's
want your
stupid. I think
reaction on the
it's
picture, damn it!
What about-
Get off the Borderlands, you
What?
motherfucker.
I'm not on
And
Borderlands.
Maya's... I don't care. And Maya's mother, too.
And the picture's
Learn
cute.
that.
Alright, that's it.
All of that.
Wait, hang on, wait.
Yeah.
Is that Mia?
That's me on Maya, dude!
Oh, I thought that was.
Pay attention.
Who?
Well,
Misty.
shall we get going? Everyone's waiting. This is the day to remember. The day when a lot of things were finally put to rest. I think we should celebrate what we overcome today. But I still can't.
Oh, go on, sweetie. You could come back for training cranberries anytime.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to make a brand new start too. Sister Bikini, I'll be back for more training, I promise.
I know, and I won't go easy on you because you're the future master. I'll be sure to prepare reservations for 3 when you come back. Waha, cranberries!
Alright, we're going to have a great feast today, Pearly. You know why? Because training is a battle of endurance.
Okay, Mystic Maya.
It's also
lots of food tonight.
it's also a battle of trying not to
training.
it's also a battle of trying not to throw up at the food.
You know, there's one thing I don't get, and probably don't want to.
What is it, Nick?
Reservations for training is fine and all, but why for free?
Come on, what do you think? You're one of us, Nick. Next time you can train right alongside us.
Run away,
Huh?
Nick.
I'll be waiting for you. Sister Cranberry will take special care of you.
Oh, run away, run away, run away!
Run away, Nick.
It'll be great, Nick. We're going to do the special course, naturally.
That's a great idea after all, Mr. Nick. You'll do anything for Mystic Maya, won't you? Even walk on hot coals, right?
We'll have a nice big meal before we come next time, right, Nick?
Is everybody ready? You know?
Yep.
I was wondering if I could just say one little thing. Ready,
Sure,
Peter?
of course you can.
Oh, I love this part. I can't wait to hear it.
I'm getting goosebumps too.
Hearing what?
Let's hear it.
Well then, here goes nothing. Objection!
Oh.
And that's the game.
I thought everybody was gonna do it.
I didn't know that happened!
I didn't know that. Fuck.
I didn't know that.
It's like I said. Is everybody ready?
I thought you were talking about the objection as a whole, and I didn't know you wanted us to do it.
Objection!
It's
Objection!
already too late now.
Yeah, I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Well,
Seems to be three of us didn't know that was gonna happen either.
yeah.
And Lord's played this game.
All right.
I knew about that. I knew about the objection. I didn't know he wanted us to do it as the thing.
Oh.
Oh well. Well, final thoughts, everyone. Scooter, you're up.
Wait, I had to give my final thought?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. What'd you think of the game? What'd you think of the game?
Okay, well, the game was fun, I'll give it that. But that's not my final thought, but the game was fun.
Like you bought me a brand new coat as a
Anything
present. I feel 10 years younger. I'll never take it off.
Yes, but somehow you don't seem to shave. Like this dirty, shabby old.
Don't worry about it. In the name of love, a man will soil himself. Ew. But it's good. That's all you have to say. The game was fun.
Yeah.
Well,
is
that's
that it?
like my opinion of the game itself, but that's not my last thought of it.
What's your last thought then?
Oh no.
You wouldn't want to know.
Mr. Wright!
Yes, I do want. Yes, Scooter, we do want to know. We all want to know.
I even got to see Miss Von Karma. She taught me how to use the whip and said I must show you what I've learned.
But Scooter, what is your final thought? We're asking you that question.
Alright, fine, but just so you know, you asked.
Alright.
Man, look at that.
Oh,
cleavage.
Joker.
Man, look at that cleavage.
Hello, Bessie.
No, it's you.
No, I am not reading that shit. Fuck it off.
I know.
Don't
just
worry.
say it. Just say it. Just
Cut it
say
out,
what you have to
please.
say, dude.
He just
How is
did.
she still with him?
She loves him apparently.
Apparently. She's. Oh yeah, that's
no,
right. She's a gold.
Andrew, he already said it. He said, "Man, look at that cleavage." That's all he wanted to say.
Yeah. Man,
Wait,
look at
wait. Why are you even here?
I wanted to show my appreciation to Mr. Wright for exterminating Don Tigre, so I lent him $500,000 in a tea set. Special thick tea, one I mixed with my own two hands. I bet he's drinking it now. Win through compromise. He.
Well, I guess there is another case we'll have to partake in.
The death of Phoenix Wright.
Lord.
I know, right?
Okay, Nixon, you next. Oh, God damn it.
Yeah.
I'm just holding in the way, a wrinkly, grumpy, clown-nosed waste of flesh. At least that's what I thought.
Clown nose is the
But my
best thing.
grandkids, I hold a party for me. Talk about embarrassing. 69 years old and I cried like a baby with a dirty diaper.
But Nixon, that's it anyway. As you
Now
were
Yes,
saying.
that was freaking saying. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm ignoring that.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay. The game was fun. The game was a lot of fun. Obviously, I played all 3 games of the trilogy. Loved them all. Loved the first game. Liked the second game. I liked this game too. There were some things I didn't like about this game, but there's some things I loved about this game.
A cranberry.
Of course, the love obviously the love far outweighs the hate, but I think the best way to describe it is thrilling. This was a thrilling experience to
Recipe
play.
for Turnabout again? I couldn't understand. That was a case.
Yeah, it's a case, but still not Turnabout Big Top.
Yeah.
So yeah, this game was thrilling.
Well, I played all 3 games before this, so... Oh, this one's funny. You guys
You
should
turned
do
in
this one.
such a respectable man, Beanie. It was so sweet of you to come over and visit me the other day. course, I was so happy you constantly had your eyes on me, but felt kind of bad when the little one snapped you on the...
Damn, Pearl is strong.
Oh yeah, you were
Voice.
saying...
Oh, voice. We should put our names in that.
Yeah, we should put our names here.
No.
Ben
no,
Groman,
yeah.
Judd.
You're really. Well, I played all 3
Sean
games.
Sheen or
I
Sean
didn't have any.
King.
I didn't really think about how horrible Recipe for Turnabout was until I replayed it here. And then I realized, oh fuck me, this was horrible.
Man, look at that cleavage.
Yeah, man, look at that cleavage, right?
Which wasn't slouched over.
But I gotta admit, I didn't.
Man, look at that asshole.
Oh come on!
James C. Wilson? Why does that name sound
I
familiar?
think it's because he's based off of, you know, the guy who blocks everyone on Twitter.
Man, look at that beauty.
I mean, I'll at least say that her hair is nice. That's all I'll say.
Man, look at that weird pedo.
Okay, what do I say?
Yeah,
What do I
you're
say? What do I say for here? We all voiced this guy.
We did.
Or...
Everyone.
Oh,
Oh,
wait!
yeah!
Who the fuck? Oh.
What's this? I'm back from a long and thrilling vacation and no one hears a good thing. I guess that's why I was like, everybody quit when I'm not.
What kind of lonely space security room is this supposed to be anyway? What was all the flashing lights and flickers? I feel like some sort of space. And now what I'm going to do with all these mechanical nuts for anyone if I brought up veggie poop, and I think it's true. I really can't accept this. I'm afraid of just in the page of friend. Oh, aren't old gentlemen would pay to make.
Can you both just stop already? Oh my god. Jesus. Holy fuck, what was that clusterfuck?
Nathan, are you there?
Oh, look at this prick.
Hey.
Nathan.
Alright, back to your comment.
Suddenly I really dislike this game now.
Just because of Wendy
Nick,
old.
do you just want to walk over here and just take a drink of this coffee that was not spiked in any way, shape, or form?
No, Scooter.
But yeah, well,
Wow.
Lord, you were saying?
Francisco looks attractive in here. I'm just taking a screenshot of that.
No, I think
Lord.
Larry drew this, and
Give me
he.
that screenshot.
Lord,
Man, look at that
What?
cleavage.
Okay,
are
Lord,
you
you
gonna
were saying
continue or are you done?
your final thoughts.
Well, I played all 3 games. I gotta admit, I didn't have any problems with any cases up until now. Well, up until we started this Let's Play, but I just played through them all and was like, oh, these cases are cool. They're weird as fuck, but they're cool. But still, it was really interesting solving all these cases, especially the DL6 one. That one was something. And Rise of the Ashes, oh my god, that was... how do I describe that one?
but that was a different game. We're talking about this one.
I know. I'm talking about all of them as a whole.
Yeah.
now. But I gotta say,
Alright.
I do like Trials and Tribulations. It definitely tugs at your heartstrings after a little while. Unlike Scooter, who hates everyone that he doesn't like. but,
Okay,
you know,
okay,
whatever.
okay. Hold on. I just stated that there was only that one bit of Goto that I liked, and that was only because I hated the fact that he was trying to hide everything, trying to blame it on someone else, but then he finally openly admits to his mistakes, and that was the only thing that I could really grasp to, because again, I have done something like that, and I will admit, I am not proud of that. That gave me a horrible, painful flashback.
That's fair.
All right.
Well,
That was the only
Nathan,
time
your
I
final
gave-
thoughts?
No, I already gave
That
my
was
final thoughts. It's
Oh.
Andrew's turn. I will say this about Goto though. I don't like him that much as a character. Like he's a cool character, but I probably a top 10 Phoenix Wright characters. I'd probably put him at 10. I think his concept is cool. His design is cool. His coffee addiction's hilarious. But as a character, I mean, like, he's all right.
I still feel bad for
Obviously,
Irish.
Gene Armstrong is at number 1.
It's
You
hard
have
to
5
really
seconds to rephrase
say.
that.
But
Alright, Andrew,
Nixon,
Andrew, you're-
okay.
Your final thoughts, Andrew.
Okay, alright. Well, Trials and Tribulation. It's my third favorite Ace Attorney game out of the 4 games I played.
The four
But
four
it
games. Oh right, Dual Destinies. I forgot
Duel of Destiny. Why are you turning off the music?
because I couldn't hear Scooter or you for a minute.
Oh.
Oh yeah, okay. But yeah, Trials and Tribulation is like it's long, but if you can get past it, I feel like you are in a real treat. But I recommend playing the first 2 games.
Yes.
If you
Oh
wanna get
yes,
the
I
best
will say
mechanics
this.
for this.
This game is amazing. Just for all, some people consider this to be the worst in the trilogy, but most people consider the final case of this game to be the best in the entire series.
I don't know about best in the series,
That's-
but I will admit that is a good try.
It's a very, I
It
mean,
really
it's a
is a
very
good
good
trial.
trial.
So I guess we just say goodbye then, huh?
Yep, that's it. Thank you everybody
See
so
ya.
much for watching this Let's Play. Thank you for basically sticking with us. We might be insufferable at a few times during this entire Let's Play. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, really.
And I hope you.
We have,
Yeah.
our.
And I hope you didn't mind the long videos. I'm looking at the time right now. We're over an hour and 17 minutes in this finale.
Oh boy.
I'm sure you can just cut it in half.
I don't want to. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. And well, as for the next video, I don't know. We'll probably think of some bullshit multiplayer stuff that everyone else on Discord might think of. But as for the next,
Probably some Mario Maker, maybe. I don't know.
Well, there is one, but it would be too stressful and it's time based. So.
But as for the next Let's Play, well, just to give you an idea,